I put my money on him.
Well, it's a very mixed up field. We got some big guns outside the top 10. People like the two Haas drivers, Jamie and Oogie, who currently lead the Constructors' Championship by 5 points from the Toro Rosso boys. Mercedes, Williams and Ferrari making up the... Oh, I need to skip that. Oh god, what was that?
Oh yeah, I don't. I'm watching it.
Oh yeah, you don't have to. So we're gonna have
Too bad we don't see the
Cliffy and Shortbreads on the front row of the grid. Turn 1, which is very wing damage heavy if you're not careful on your braking. So people just you got to be cautious. You got to be cautious in sector 1 and just settle into the race. I think you'd agree, Faunus. It's probably going to be a one-stop for the majority of the race. We might see some people try something different.
I wouldn't be able to make it on a one-stop. I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure it normally is a one-stop. I saw that from the social race, even though I only did 10 laps. But I'm pretty sure it's one-stop.
Right, so here we go. The 5 red lights. We got Cliffy and Shortbread, top 2. And it's lights out and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. It's a good start from Cliffy and a brilliant start from the Toro Rosso of, I believe that's Louis. Shortbread's going to have to try and cover him off. And I think he successfully does. He's on the super softs. Oh, and there's a bit of contact between the Toro Rosso and the Force India. So Cliffy goes into the lead into the first chicane. Oh, and there's contact behind. Oh, big Lord. Contact. Big contact. Massive contact. Massive. Louis, the championship leader, in a complete disaster. It's dropped to the back and he might have, yeah, he's lost half his wing. And we go back up to...
Ferrari in there as well. And xJackLacey, it was.
And because of that carnage, Cliffy has a nearly 3-second lead already going into sector 2. MaxiLuca in 2nd, Ollie in 3rd. He's had a better time of it other than last week. Joel in 4th, Shortbread in 5th, Big C in 6th, Gamer in 7th.
Massively. Joel though, he's jumped up to 4th already.
Yep. Lots of places gained by some of the people further down
as well. Up to 7th, I think Big C lost out at the start, like Showbread. I think Josh got a few places. Wait a minute, where's my spectator cam?
Yeah, we're gonna. There's quite a few people diving into the pits already, so you just want to let us know. So fastest lap, obviously first lap from Cliffy, but Cliffy has a near 3-second advantage already from MaxiLuca, the race winner of the Bahrain Grand Prix, of course. Ollie in 3rd, going very well, having much better luck than last week, but I caught a good view of that incident. But yeah, look, Toro Rosso they sort of locked together with Shortbreads, and then there was a Ferrari involved as well.
I think Oogie was involved. Was Oogie involved as well?
Oh, and Big C has also had to make a lap 1 pit stop, so have the Toro Rossos had to double stack. What a disaster. There's no safety car on, of course, still, because it's glitched. Hopefully that'll be fixed in the next one. So, Toro Rosso, an absolute disaster for them.
Gamer though. Oh wait a minute. No, I thought Sauber lost more places, but he's still in 5th. It's just Gamer plays to Big C at the pit. So yeah. Sauber now, like I said, the one who's still in him on the super softs, getting closer to the back of Joel as Cliffy did the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, and Gamer has recovered from, he was in 10th place from qualifying, but he's now up to 6th already. He's putting pressure on Shortbread in the Force India.
Putting pressure on Shortbread, but almost landed to the back of him.
Yeah, saw that. Lap 3 already, 35 lap race, 50%. DRS enabled on lap 3. Don't believe any rain is forecast. So let's go on board with Gamer. It's a poor exit out of that particular corner by Shortbread, so Gamer is going to put him under pressure. Not going to try and move. Not going to try and move there. To head out from turns 9 and 8 to corner number 10, the hairpin.
If I was Gamer, I'd try to pressurize him going into the hairpin, and then he would get a bad exit, and then just get him in the long straight. If you get him right here, there's not much chance to come back at him, come back at you at the second straight. I'm wondering the DRS detection point. Does it go for 2 DRS straights?
Well, the DRS detection point for the main back straight is just after turn 9, which is the second chicane on the track.
It might be indeed for the 2 DRS straight.
It's a very important, 8 and 9, it's very important for setting yourself up on the run down to the hairpin to make sure you get in that DRS range. But now Joel seems to be struggling a little bit with the ultra softs. Everyone outside the top 10 has fresh tyres, of course.
But I think Joe will know what decisions to make, not make any hasty decisions. He's experienced enough to know what to do in what kind of situations. He's got immense pressure from Showbread right now, but he's keeping himself calm.
Yeah, Gamer, I think wisely, he's just sort of dropped back a little bit just to see what happens between these two, see if he can pick up the pieces like any good scavenger would. So let's see if Shortbread can close in on Joel to make a pass.
Here it comes. I think DRS has been enabled. Here comes Shortbread on the run down to the final corner. Shaw is going defensive, so he's defending his position, which he may do. As Shortbread gets the better line, goes up alongside, and will make that move stick, I assume.
Yep, Shortbread's
Gamer is going to try and capitalize from it. Ooh, that is close. Down the inside, but Joe shut the door right there, and he does it again.
Yep, Shortbread using every part of the chicane to get a brilliant exit, and Joel just had to give the place up. Now he's got Gamer all over him.
Oh dear lord, that is heavily defensive, and they made contact, but Joe still keeps the position. But now they're side by side once again into turn. I don't know the numbers.
Yeah, no love lost between these two. They had an incident in Russia, but Gamer takes the place. But Joel will have DRS because they've just gone through the detection zone.
Ooh, but will he have the better exit though? That is key here. If you don't get a good exit, you will not have a good overtaking opportunity. It's pretty much on the rear tires. If there's too much wheel spin out of that hairpin, you are just lost in traction and outright acceleration.
And the other miss.
Joel has a chance. Joel has a chance. Where is he going to go? Right or left? He's faked it. Oh, but Gamer shut the door right there.
Yeah, Gamer got his braking spot on there to defend the spot. That was really well done. Just wanted to try and eke out that second gap now. And the other Mercedes is Sambamkid closing on these two as well. Just going to look down the order a little bit. boywithnoface running in 8th. He's got the Ferrari Greenie and Pine just behind him. So a nice little trio there. And we'll keep an eye on this one for a few moments just to see if any position change.
When I look further down the field, I see Lordyboy fighting with Owen for 12th place. And there's Gamefreaker behind 14, Big C is way behind 15, as well as Paudie with xJackLacey and QPR, who's in last place. What a blow this could be for his championship hopes.
Yeah, I mean,
if only there was some way for the field to be bunched up.
If only. But the safety car has been on strike ever since the start of the season without pay, so we're not going to get them anytime soon.
Paid, I guess. They don't want to drive the safety car anymore.
Yeah, now Greenie's been closing in on the braking to Josh, boywithnoface.
Yeah, with the Pine going for it, down the inside into turn 1.
Oh, and a bit of a Vettel-style squeeze by Greenie, and he maintains the place.
No love lost there.
No, absolutely not. So these are the current.
What nice factor from Pine. He's going for that gap around the outside.
Yeah, but he's going to.
Not much grip. There's not much grip on the outside on this corner. It's very, very difficult to get a good exit there on the outside line. So, no good defending from Greenie.
Yeah, and now we've got Jamie, who's not had the best of. I think he started in 11th. I don't think he's even gained. Yeah, he's the only person in the field who hasn't gained any places or lost places. But he's closing in on the points. No, it's just sort of. But they're quite a bit of a train. But let's head back to the front just for a reminder. So Cliffy starts lap 8. He's got a 5.5 second advantage. All that sort of trouble.
Time to drop. Venom Pine got around. Oof, but Greeny pits. Greeny goes into the pit lane. We've catches Pine a bit off guard.
And that's going to allow Jamie to go for a move on the inside, both on super soft tyres. So equal tyre performance.
Look at that.
And but Pine will still have the inside for turn 2, and he'll still gain the retain the place rather.
Soft for Greeny.
So I'm going to go
Sam
back.
Bam is right behind Joel. Right here.
I just switched to them. Got a nice view of the Mercedes from the back of the Sauber right now as they head through 8 and 9. And I think actually the Sauber got a better exit out there than Sambam did. And yeah, it was Gamer's certainly glad to get past the Sauber because he's really raced away from him since 3.4 second gap to the Mercedes now. So let's see if Sambam. Yeah,
QPR's out.
Yeah, I would imagine he's probably called it a day after that lap 1 incident.
Oh no, he's crashed.
He's crashed. Okay. I'll have a look in a second. Just
Maybe
gonna.
a bit of both.
Maybe a bit of both. Frustration. Yeah, he's yeah, that looks like that's not a sort of place you normally crash. So I reckon that's probably what you'd call a binning it sort of incident.
I mean, it's not like anybody will, like, say, punch the field up because of
but
that.
now battle for third between Ollie. Ollie had a fair gap, but Shortbread has really closed in now. Force India driver, and so is Gamer. So Ollie, who had a really good start to move up to third, is now under immense pressure from the Force India driver. And I can only assume that Ollie's ultra softs are going off. Oh, they touch. And that's going to allow Gamer.
Oh, this will be a 3-way fight.
Well, Gamer obviously would have got the better run. Yeah, he's going to just have to. That's the only thing he can do. Try and dive it out.
Gamer's going to get both of them. Gamer's going to get both of them.
And Ollie's out. He took too much curb, too much speed. The Wall of Champions claims a victim.
MaxiLuca's in the pit lane.
But Sambamkid moves up to 4th as a result, but Gamer and Shortbread now having a tight stand about. This is all helping Cliffy. He's got a near 10-second advantage now. Unbelievably. What a debut this is for the Renault driver.
I was saying something. We were saying before that battle. Forgot. What was I watching?
So Gamer now heading through to the end of sector 2. He's going to try and take the place. Let's see. Just going to see what. So MaxiLuca switched to the soft tyres. So yep, standard to the 1 stop. Now back on board with Gamer. I think Shortbread got a better run out of the hairpin. So can Gamer get any closer?
Oh yeah.
He's closing, but yeah, it looks like they've got similar wing setups. So
I wonder if Gamer's tyres are going, because normally he's on the better tyres, but Shortbread still able to stretch away in these straights. So I'm guessing that those tyres are.
Yep, Joel pits as well.
Another one. And another one.
Yep, so the ultra soft runners, we'll be seeing them. They're going to be trying to undercut the guys on the super softs. They'll be going.
Like I was saying something about QPR. Like I don't like. I understand if it was like, yeah, that he just called it a day. I can't understand it because there's no safety car. If you have a crash, you're pretty much out of the race.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always of the mantra, just keep going, because it's a long race, especially a track like this where you can crash. It means practically a street circuit here.
Crashes don't happen only that sometimes you can be the blame, sometimes you are not the blame, and then when those moments happen when you're not the blame, it's pretty annoying that you didn't have pretty much a chance to get back in without the safety car. That was pretty much how 2015 was, which was just terrible.
Yeah. Well, 1.10 supposedly is coming out this week, so hopefully they'll finally fix them, because I tested them last week and it was laughably still broken.
Still doing updates.
Yeah, well they've actually, compared to 16, they have released, I think, more patches a lot more quickly, so they're doing better in that respect.
At least esports didn't go that went well.
Yeah, it went okay.
Well, I'm happy, to be fair. I didn't want it to happen, to be fair. It was a good spectacle, to be fair, watching it.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It was good having the actual F2 commentary. Now,
yeah,
so we head back to, and there's MaxiLuca's out of the race. That's
an actual crash. I'd say that might have been an actual.
Yeah, it must have made contact with someone. That is sector 2 coming out of the second chicane rather.
Must have hit the grass, I imagine.
Yeah, it must have just spun the tyres up and it headed up in the wall.
No way, there is over there. That can't be the grass. That is way too far.
Either that or he made contact with someone. So, two of the race winners this season out of the race already, and we're only on lap 13.
Someone playing with Booty though.
Gamer gets an excellent run out of the second chicane on this track. Shortbread.
Venom.
Yeah.
Name me the race winners of this season.
Race winners of this season. MaxiLuca won in Bahrain. China was won by Jamie. Russia was won by Louis, and last week the man I'm on board with at the moment, Gamer, took the victory in Spain. So we've had 4 different winners.
Gamer and Jamie to still retire from League 1.
Yep. So
he's left the session. Oh yeah, mate, you crashed.
Yeah, Cliffy pits from the lead, as does Shortbread and Gamer.
Gamer, that surprises me. Because Shortbread is on normally tyres that will go longer.
Well, Shortbread has been battling furiously from the start of the race. He might have just destroyed his tyres.
That's a good point.
Now, where did he get in front of the Mercedes out of the pits? He did.
Oh dear, what happened there? What was that? That was strange. I think there was a little bit of a laggy thing that happened right there at turn 1.
And crucially, for Cliffy's race, he came back out of the pits in front of the large queue of cars behind him.
But
now I'm wondering, can Pine on the super softs catch Cliffy and put the...
Ooh, look at him. All over the back of... Yeah, but that is a good point what you're saying.
He's just outside of DRS range, so if you can just settle in. Now Jamie, main battle on track at the moment is between Josh and Jamie. And there's a massive queue of cars here behind Josh. 4 cars.
Oh, that is... Yeah, Cliffy's got us in the back. He's made a pit stop, and he's out in second, while Shortbread and Gamer, who made a pit stop, are in 10th and 11th.
Well, yeah, they were 10 seconds behind. Well, about 9 seconds. So Cliffy took full advantage. He gained like a huge chunk of time from what happened at the start, where a few cars, basically second, third, and fourth, got blocked essentially, and then he just ran away.
Yeah.
Now, what could be a complication for him though is that he's going to be on much fresher tyres, and he's going to catch Sambamkid fairly quickly. If Sambamkid stays out quite a long time, sort of, you know, holds him up, it could still bring it back into play for Gamer and Shortbread. Because wait a minute,
Shortbread just passed Gamefreaker.
Yeah, Shortbread has switched to the ultra softs, so he's not one-stopping. That's probably a mistake. Not gonna lie.
That's no surprise.
I think he's probably gonna. I think his thinking is that he can use the ultra soft to sort of slice his way through this queue of cars. But in fact, he's going to lose.
He's gonna have to make a pit stop again and be again behind all those cars.
Yeah, Cliffy closing to within 1.4 seconds of Sambam now, who carries on. 16 laps on their super softs. That's not a bad effort at all. So just to run down the order: Sambam leading, Cliffy second, Pine third, Josh fourth, Jamie fifth, Iran sixth, Lordyboy seventh, Shortbread eighth, Gamer ninth, and Gamefreaker in 10th. Big C pits, which for probably the final time in the race. Super softs, I think you can probably do 20 laps on those. It'll be borderline, but it should be fine. Damage limitation for the other Toro Rosso driver now. So as you can see, we've still got a fair amount of the field who hasn't pitted. So first place hasn't pitted, and then everybody from 3rd to 7th haven't pitted. So let's go back to Sambamkid, who's now been caught by Cliffy on fresh soft tyres. Cliffy can sort of take his time here. I don't think he has to lunge or anything. Sambam may just pits anyway, but no, he doesn't. So he is going to have to pass him.
He's getting so much closer in the braking zone. Nice.
Well, Shortbread is on a charge, so we're going to definitely keep it. He certainly is. Fastest lap of the race, 1:12.503 on fresh ultra softs, but now he's caught behind a queue of cars. I thought Shortbread was going to go for a dive down into turn 3.
There's a bit of that, boy.
So back to the front, Cliffy right behind now. Sambam, he'll 100% be in DRS range now. But will he think about just getting the move done at the hairpin? Sambam goes defensive.
Far. He's too far.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to risk it.
Nope, he's got all the time in the world.
But Shortbread now looking for a move around the outside of Lordyboy.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, I think that wasn't an advisable line taken up ahead. It looks, just want to see if Cliffy, no, Cliffy still hasn't got past him. So,
oh look at that, Lordyboy going defensive, Shortbread around the outside, he's gonna actually tug back behind him.
Yeah, and this is the problem now. It's stuck in all this traffic. Jamie still hasn't been, Josh has done a good job holding Jamie off for all these laps, so yeah, he's having a solid race. Cliffy, well, Greenie's left the session. He was about 12 seconds behind Big C.
Oh, and there's C. Oogie's out.
Oogie is out of the race. What's happened to him? I'm keeping an eye.
I think. Can I not see?
Yeah. From the menu, you can switch to an individual driver quicker than using the triggers.
No. The camera. It should be.
Press R1. Press R1. Press R1. Yeah, there's only 2. Yeah, that is the way it is. Yeah.
Ah, that's stupid. Normally I use that to look at the front wing if there was any damage.
So Cliffy closing in onto the back again.
Oh my lord, Shortbread's on the. Sauber is passing Lordyboy right now.
I think Sambam's still keeping ahead of Cliffy. Well, this is going to be.
He's got him. Shortbread got him.
And he'll have DRS again. He might be able to get a double move done on Iran, sorry.
That's good. Passing Iran is not as easy as it sounds.
No, veteran move there. Just parks the car on the insides. So it's absolutely. But Cliffy still unable to get past. He's losing time here, but he's still in a very solid position. But and now Shortbread's next person to pass. But because of all this battling through traffic, gamerdabest has really done a good job just sort of keeping up Shortbread in terms of the queue. He's only another car behind, so despite the tyre advantage, it hasn't really done Shortbread any good.
Oh, Shortbread's in a little bit of a dummy. There's just no space to go down the inside of. He's almost touched the rear wheel of Iran there.
Aaron's not going to make it easy.
No, he's not going to make it easy. He'll never make it easy.
Yeah, oh, and Sauber gets a terrible exit out of the final chicane, and now I think the tyres have finally given up the ghost.
Oh! Oh no! Oh, you can't be kidding! Sauber was going to make a move around the outside of Aaron, but Aaron chose to go into the pit lane and just completely blocked Sauber out of any turning and almost pushed him into the pit lane as well.
Yeah, and he's lost the position to Gamer, crucially.
Crucially indeed. They won't be happy about that.
No, certainly won't be. So now Josh has got two much quicker cars behind him. So Sambam will probably be pitting on this lap now. And look at this battle behind here. Lordyboy now trying to hold off Gamer and Shortbread. Gamer gets a much better run though out of the much fresher super softs, of course.
No space there.
Oh, and Lordyboy with a.
Josh.
And they're going to go 3 wide at this rate.
Oh my god!
This is not going to end well.
Side.
Look at this action in the mid.
He's past Josh. Now he's going to try and pass Lordy.
Yeah, and look at behind. Two Forcinius going at it. Bit of T-borders there. I think Josh made it pretty easy for Shortbread in the end. So we've had more pit stops. Pine, Jamie and Gamefreaker making their final pit stops of the race. Lap 21. This race is absolutely flown by.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Gamer was nudged onto the grass a bit and somehow kept it going.
Yeah, that was quite odd. Shortbread now very close to the back of Gamer.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, to be honest, because there's no way I'll be able to keep up with all this. And Lordyboy's hit the wall as he damaged his wing there.
Oh my god, Shortbread next to Gamer down the inside, and he's got him.
And he's back in front.
Now Josh is going to try and capitalize as well.
Yeah, but Game will have the inside. I think he'll be able to take that.
Oh, Josh is going for it. Josh is pushing him wide.
And the Mercedes has tagged the back of Shortbread's, so I think Gamer might have wing damage. I saw a bit of carbon fibre flying off. He is still there. Oh, DRS.
Who had DRS? They both had DRS.
Yeah, both DRS. Oh no, that was never going to work.
No, there goes Josh.
That was never ever going to work. No chance, Josh. No chance.
Dear Lord. So Cliffy is just having a nice Sunday drive on in front. Well, Shortbread is fighting very hard and is up to second. Now Gamer is third, Sambamkid fourth, Big C is fifth.
Yep, Gamer has lost part of the left part of his wing, so he's going to be compromised downforce wise, which could allow Sambam to get onto the podium. Yes, could you just have a quick look and see if there's any sort of major penalties to think about?
Maybe, sure, I could do that.
And Big C had to pit for a lap 1 wing change, but he's recovered back up to 5th, and he may not have to pit again, so that's good work from him. So everybody has made at least 1 pit stop now. These are the tyres they're currently on. So Cliffy, 1 stopping. We think Shortbread will have to do. And according to Simo, the race leader is the only person who hasn't got a penalty so far.
Yeah, I can see that. Jeez Louise.
Well, it's been...
There's a lot of 3 seconds for everybody, and I think some of them will be like about 9.
I mean, what Cliffy's doing today is an absolute statement. I mean, I guess he hasn't had to battle anybody because people have been crashing into each other like on lap 1, but to take pole position like this and then sort of have such a lead that he has now, and he will.
The big boys are fighting for the cake while he's going off with the cherry.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So Cliffy leads from Shortbreads, but we believe Shortbread will have to stop again because he's been on those ultra softs quite a long time. I don't think he'll be able to go to the end on them. And then Gamer's in third, but because of his wing damage, Sambamkid is catching him up. He's now only just over a second behind. So Sambam will be licking his lips at the prospect of a podium.
Toto, are you looking at this? What would you do?
That would equal Sambam's best result of the season. He got a third place in Russia. And Big C still going. Pine in 6th, Jamie in 7th, Iran in 8th. So there's a lot of Ultrasoft runners sort of coming after Big C, essentially. XJackLacey, the reigning F1 champion, just in 9th at the moment on the soft tyres, and then Gamefreaker in the other Renault in 10th. So, and Lordyboy.
Look at that. XJackLacey, I think it was one of those when you dig into that at the start.
Yeah, it happened so fast, but I did get a good view of it, so I definitely will go have a look at that once this is over. But very.
Yeah, I got a small look at it, not much, but I did see a glimpse of it. Didn't record it.
So we've had
switch between the two Mercedes drivers right here.
Well, I think, to be honest, even if they're not playing that, I don't think Gamer's going to have much choice. He's got no grip. He's got inferior tyres.
Yeah.
No, Gamer goes defensive still. Yeah, well, he's got every right to.
Nah, he's lifting off. He's lifting off.
Yeah. I think it's... Trouble is, at this stage of the race, Gamer can't really pit because he'd lose so much time. Yep, that'd be... No. Oh, no, that's the Screeny's ghost car, yeah. So, Shortbread's on another set of Ultrasofts, so he's going to be one to look out for. He'll be on a charge right at the end of the race. But
I'm looking at the positions gained. Sambam has gone from 12th to 2nd. That's really wow. Yeah. He went from 17th to 2nd.
Yeah, you know, if you stay out of trouble, lap 1 is so crash happy on this track, but if you can just get through that, settle down, then you can just really control the race the way you want to. But the one thing I've noticed about this track in all the races is that if you get caught up squabbling in traffic, you lose an incredible amount of time.
Yep, that's basically, that's always what happens to the track. Now,
so Shortbread's come out in 9th, so he's going to give us some entertainment for those Pink Panther fans in the stands. Up against XJackLacey, the reigning champion, on soft tyres. I don't think this is going to be much of a contest. Let's see if...
Panther fan. What was that name again from that inspector? Oh yeah, Inspector Jacques.
Indeed. So Shortbread came out in front of Gamefreaker, so he'd already got past him. So XJackLacey though, doing a decent defensive job to keep Shortbread in behind him for now.
Yeah, but he's on the soft tyres, so he's got a lot less grip and speed with those tyres. Shortbread will make short rather than.
Certainly will. And Shortbread much severe grip. Oh, but Jack comes back, but better grip on the outside, and he takes the place. I think Jack did well to defend that as well as he could. But yeah, the inevitable happened. He's going to come to threat from Gamefreaker, who's also on the Ultrasofts.
Big C fighting with Gamer. What?
Yeah, well, obviously he's got no. Yeah, but Gamer's got, you know, half of his front wing missing, so he's dropping so much time. This is not his pace, and you know, Big C somehow
look at Big C
on the verge of a podium.
So close to the back of him.
Gamer trying to defend. Oh, Big C switches to the inside.
He's going for it on the inside. Gamer's off. He's going back.
Yeah, it's going to have no grip. Gamer somehow keeping ahead. That's excellent. Arnold had to do a bit of rallying to do it, but Gamer has maintained third place. I think he was willing to let his teammate go, but he's certainly not going to let a Toro Rosso and a 7-time world champion get past with ease. Gamer goes defensive. Can Big C and look, this is Big C having a look there. But look at this. There's a big queue of cars which are now coming up to like vultures to get past this Mercedes.
Oh dear, what is he? He's really trying to pressurize game into a mistake.
Simo the Statman. 87 seconds of penalties across the whole field at the moment, but Game is still maintaining third place. Sure.
Not for long though. There comes Big C on the outside, and I think he's might have got
Game is going to try and chop the insides, and he's not going to be able to. I think Big C is going to do it. And Pine's going to try and come through as well.
Big C is losing out massive. Big C, I was saying Game is losing out massively.
Yeah, well, he hit the back of Shawbread's Force India, or it may have been Josh. I can't remember. Such was the battle we saw earlier between those three.
Josh, yeah, who hit him when in the airpin.
Jamie in 6th. I mean, he can still gain a few positions here. He's on the ultra softs as well. It's been some very interesting variety of strategies today.
Yeah, it has.
So can Gamer, with that damage wing, do anything to get back a Big C? Or is he just going to be picked off by the McLaren and the Haas behind? Don't forget, you know, people like Pine and Jamie, they'll need to try and get past Gamer as quick as possible because Shawbread is rapidly catching them. Set the fastest lap just now.
You can see that on the Delta time. I think it was 4 seconds last lap, now it's 2.5, 2.2, the second lap.
And the reigning champion xJackLacey has fallen out of the points. And he's just pitted. Yeah, it's another disappointing day for him. He's had one good result this season. He got an excellent podium in Spain last week. But it's just not defending the title, always more difficult than winning it. And it's turning out that way so far. So Big C now getting away from Gamer, and now Pine is the next person to have a go at this Mercedes. And we're going to see a bit of a Hamilton-Alonso style battle here, like we saw in Mexico yesterday.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing McLaren have decent engines next season. It's very interesting how they'll do.
If you looked at yesterday.
Yeah, but Renault just got it wrong, didn't they?
Yeah, but they've got it wrong since the deal with McLaren, and I don't know why.
Maybe
actually they had it wrong all season with Max's engine, so
Gamer's still in DRS range of Big C though, so that should allow him to defend for now from Pine. But Big C...
Yeah, but he's losing out.
Yeah, well Big C has now got a second advantage.
So big here.
Yep. Well, he was gaining about a second and a half a lap, because it was about 3.5 2 laps ago. But that is the effect of traffic. A slow car like this. So Aaron running in a solid 8, Gamefreaker in 9th, Lordyboy trying to catch up to the back of Gamefreaker. So the main battle on track is this battle for 4th. Between the
going down the inside of Jamie into the hairpin.
He certainly is.
And he's got it, I'd say, but Jamie's coming a little bit back at him. Oh dear. No. So they've got that place.
Pine having a little look at Gamer, but not quite close enough.
I have to watch out. There's a
look at the way Shawbread threw himself through that corner. Now Pine having a look at Gamer. Trying to look.
Oh, there's a little touch there. Shawbread is getting closer and is ready to pounce.
Certainly is. Oh, and Pine had to go defensive to stop Shawbread sneaking down the inside of turn 3. But that's a poor exit from Pine, and I think he's going to be vulnerable now. Oh, and nearly hits the wall. Brilliant move from Shawbread. Dives down the inside and he takes the place. What a move again.
Really racing right here.
What might have been if he'd been on a different strategy.
He was on a different strategy.
Is there enough time for him to get past Gamer and then overtake Big C. Big C's not far up the road.
That is true. There's only 4 laps left.
But I think to do that, he's got to pass Gamer right now. That's the only chance he's got of getting back up to Big C. I mean, penalties might be a factor, of course, but we won't look.
Oh, yeah.
We won't look.
Sauber has a lot on.
Yeah. The way he's been pushing through these.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, Gamer just lifted off.
Oh, and Shortbread goes over the chicane. 100% penalty there. At least a warning.
Let me check that.
I mean, he was going so fast over there. I'm surprised if he didn't get a penalty instantly, not a warning.
Yep. You got one. Another one.
So Gamefreaker's on the grass, trying to catch up to Iran. So that's a battle I'll keep an eye on. Josh and Lordyboy are close. There's so many close battles on track. It's complete opposite to last week at Spain, which was really spread out. Although Spain, I guess it does tend to be that way because of the nature of the track. As Canada's a much shorter lap, of course.
I think Shortbread's tyres are going a bit off.
Yeah, I think
some spots.
A big lock up from Big C just then, though. Gap is 2.1 seconds. I barely mentioned Cliffy, but he's got a 13.5 second advantage to Sambamkid. He's looking on course for his best result of the season so far, the Mercedes driver. Very calculated, calm drive from that Mercedes driver. Gamer, he's had anything but a calm race. He's been involved in virtually every battle in the top 5. Pine,
be another one.
Yeah, Pine still can't get past him though. Must have since up. Now Gamefreaker looking very close to Iran. Will you look for a move down the inside? No, not quite close enough. Behind him, Lordyboy holding off Josh. It's now 1.9 second gap between Big C and Shortbread. 1.8 as they go through sector 1. Shortbread is like a man possessed. I think this driving style has got him the positions, but I think he's gained a lot of penalties as a result, but very entertaining for us watching. But at this rate, he's going to be in DRS range by the start of the penultimate lap.
Jeez Louise.
Another...
The update on the penalties is gigantic. I mean, it's Canada to be fair, so I'm not surprised. I hate this track just because of all the corners that are so easily cuttable.
Pine is about as close to the game as can. Is he going to go for a dive down the inside? No, he thinks better of it.
He shouldn't have done that. He should have tried to set himself up on the final corner, because this would have been his final chance, I'd say, unless he could do something else.
Two to go. Two to go of the PSGL Canadian Grand Prix. We've seen some fantastic action. Gamer tries to move down the inside of Iran and he taps and he spins it. Optimistic move.
Gamer? Oh, Gamefreaker.
Gamefreaker, yes. Yeah. So Gamefreaker drops out of the points. Josh, Lordyboy promoted. So what? Shortbread is now in DRS range of Big C with 2 to go.
I think that's Gamefreaker. Yeah, Gamefreaker's always crashed it. He's crashed out.
Yeah, he went on the grass a bit and into the tarmac. No grip. Yeah, he had a solid race. Now, interestingly, Big C, will he get that ghost car? He might get DRS off it.
Let me check.
No, he did not. But he'll be past it, so he won't get it next lap. Cliffy starts the final lap of the race. This is the main battle now for the final podium position, although it may be irrelevant for penalties, but let's pretend it's not.
Yeah, let's pretend, yeah.
And we go into turn 1. Big C. I said,
still not close enough. He's just not close enough. Oh, but Gamer's run a bit wide.
Yeah.
Fine as it's caught handy, but it just doesn't get the traction out of the corner.
No, it's gonna. So Big C in 3rd place. Don't forget he had a lap 1 wing change. What an incredible result this would be. Perhaps it could be a lesson for Louis. May not regret retiring unless he did.
Take a note of this man right here.
He may have crashed legitimately. We don't know.
We don't know, but he's still not. It's the same thing. He had a wing change and he dropped at the back of the field.
And now we have Cliffy. What a brilliant race from Cliffy. and he crosses the line to take the victory. But I'm switching back to Shawbread straight away. What a fantastic... Yeah, you won't be able to switch, mate. That's exactly why I switched. Shawbread is not close enough. It's Big C, and the Big C is going to take third place, I believe. Pine is not close enough to Gamer. Oh, it's a poor exit from Gamer though. Can Pine take on the line? No, he can't. And Aaron is now leading a trio of cars. Shawbread's dropped to 7th with penalties.
Oh, 8th.
He dropped to 8th. 8th from 4th. Jamie gets 4th. With no penalty. Gamer dropped to 5th in the end. Oh no, he was still 5th anyway. So because of penalties, Jamie leaped up to 4th. So valuable points for the Haas driver.
Wow.
Well.
Wow.
That was a frenetic race.
18 seconds for Shawbread says.
18 seconds. Oh my god. So
that's a new record, man.
So here we have the podium for the Canadian Grand Prix for PSGL F1. 35 laps, and it's this man, Cliffy, the Renault driver, taking victory in his F1 debut this season and pole position. What a brilliant performance from him. Yep, best decision Renault made all season. And Sambam with a brilliant second, and Big C, arguably driver of the day, a lap one wing change and still taking third place. I think penalties played a role in that as well, of course, but he was third on track anyway. So can't rule out Big C for an 8th title if he keeps getting results like this. But Cliffy, just to make his performance even more perfect, the only driver not to get penalties. But some of these penalties make eye-watering reading.
Oh my.
21 seconds for Gamefreaker.
Oh dear.
But he retired anyway, so I believe we only had 13 finishes in the end out of 19.